got Travis County in the house here? Got anybody from Hayes County? What are the other counties?
Bear County?
Bear County? Okay.
What's Dallas?
Dallas County?
Dallas County?
Anybody from Collin County? Hey!
Jared, what county were you growing up?
Where I grown up? So I grown up in Bexar County, also known as Bear County. I am currently a proud resident of Travis County. What county
Did I grow up in? I grew up in Boone County, Missouri.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Boone?
Boone, yeah.
B-O-O-N-E?
Yeah, like Daniel.
Any Boone County?
Okay.
Yeah!
My peeps. Yeah.
My person!
My person.
My person.
My person!
Got some representation. All right. Anybody?
Spate, what county? No, no,
Yeah, let's do it.
Big Jer-
Davidson County.
Davidson County? Yes, good!
I heard a boo.
Yeah.
That's what people from Davidson County do. They boo.
Tough crowd. I'm gonna leave.
All right, love you guys. Robin Rich, guys.
What's up, Austin, Texas? Woo!
Woo indeed. Let's hear it for some AC and being inside, not in the steam shower that is outside.
It's warm out there.
It's warm out there.
It's warm out there.
Thank y'all for coming in. Who flew in here? Who drove in here?
Who walked here?
I didn't quite walk here. Well, thank y'all for being here. Thanks for bringing us back out, as always. This is special and wild, and I still can't believe after 20 years of this little show that could, you're still interested enough to talk to us knuckleheads. So
Well, it's debatable.
it's debatable. It's debatable.
Love you.
Wait, was that for him or for me?
It was for Norton's.
All right, it was for. We love him too. All right, well, let's not waste y'all's time. I love you too. Wait, are you from Boone County? Even if so, I love you. Yeah, thank you. Wait, hey. I love you, Jensen too. All right, all the same. Okay, well, let's get started. You guys have been waiting patiently. So let's, what do you think? Shall we?
Hi, I'm Cece.
Hi, Cece.
Hi.
How did you AABB get here?
By car.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Nothing?
Starting out strong, aren't we?
I'm gonna try everything. I'm working on a gag. I've been out of a job for a year and a half, so I'm gonna get into stand-up comedy. Why are y'all laughing at that?
Well, for one, you're not even standing up. Two, you need jokes. Jokes that work.
Okay, well, that I don't have, but I'll work on it.
No.
CC, we CC you and are eager for your quick
Hi,
question.
Cece. What's your question?
Jensen and Jared.
Yes.
This is musical-y. Two-part kind of. Did you have any input in the music that went on the shows? I know Sounds of Sunday was, of course, in the...
Yeah, I forced them to do that, yeah.
Right, good. Did you force them to do any other music? And also, what are kind of the top of your playlists right now that you personally enjoy?
Oh, great question.
I hate that question.
Yeah, I know, right? I have to think about it. So, for me, I did not personally have any vote in the music, and I liked it that way. For me, I enjoyed
Pleasantly surprised.
Pleasantly surprised,
Yeah.
and there were many times, including Styx Renegade, and my personal favorite in the Fight the Fairies episode, Bowie. Yeah, I watched that, and so there were many times in the show where I was part of the scene, and I kind of remembered what happened, or he was part of the scene. But for the scene with the fairy and the motel room and the microwave, I wasn't there for it because it was just Jensen as Dean, And so I watched that as an audience member, and I was like, oh my God, these people at these conventions aren't crazy. This show is good. I'm crazy too, so I enjoyed being pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, so the quick answer is no, we did not have any,
Yeah.
There was,
Yeah.
some of the episodes that I directed, I got to have some say. So obviously, I put some of my own music in there. So selfless. Selfish. But then also there was the Gambler for Weekend at Bobby's. So I was like, it has to be that, and I made it so much so that I was like, you have to buy this song. I actually played it on set when Jim was doing his scene. So it was like a montage kind of a scene, and so I was shooting, and while I was shooting it, I had the sound department cue playback, and and they would play that song so that Jim would have that in his head as though it was playing in his house, as though it was playing in Bobby's house. So that was something that I specifically was like, this has to be that song.
I didn't know that. I can only recall one time that I was on set of Supernatural where they played the actual song during the
Night Moves?
No, you're right, but we had to turn it off. It was like on our iPhone. But no. The one time I remember that they played the song, not You and Me and the Impala playing it, but they played it on a speaker to give you timing, was the only time I recall before Night Moves, other than Night Moves, that we actually played a song on set. Eye of the Tiger. That's funny. Literally one time. Now that you say Night Moves, but I feel like we had it and then had to turn it off.
Well, funny, we're deviating, as we will
Sorry, guys, take a
continue to
seat.
do. So in that scene where Jared and I are in the Impala and Night Moves and we're singing along to Bob Seger, our poor sound mixer, Don, had to hide in the trunk of the car because I was actually driving the car and there was a speaker in the back seat that was playing the song for us to sing along to, and he had to get into the back of the trunk of the Impala and ride with us. This is the kind of stuff that crew did to make this show. And I will say this, I don't know a lot of crew people that would get into the back of a trunk with an actor driving a car. But I've known Don. I mean, Don did he did Dark Angel. So I've known Don for many years, and he didn't even he was like, oh, it's Jensen. No, I trust him. We're fine. And that was one of the many beautiful things about working on a show that long is that the trust that was built between cast and crew. But that was one of those things where, yeah, I was like, oh man, I hope I don't hit a bump because Don's gonna go flying out of the back.
Ka-thunk.
Yeah. So no, we didn't have a lot of input on that. A lot of that was done in post, and when post was being done on the show, we were currently filming another episode, so we weren't down in LA doing post production. A lot of that was Phil and Bob Singer, the original Bob Singer. And then as far as playlists right now, I mean, I don't know. What do I have on my phone right now? What are you listening to right now?
Two bands. It's actually like in my 40s for some reason. I've gotten into, is it called EDM? Like Jungle and Pretty Lights. Don't look at me. I can feel you looking at me. I'm not gonna look back. Jungle, Pretty Lights.
Do you know what EDM stands for?
No.
Electronic dance music.
Yeah. They're like DJs. Jungle. Okay, Pretty Lights. Electronic dance music. Yeah.
This is what happens when we get separated.
Full disclosure, I'm going to Burning Man on Wednesday, so maybe I've been. Wish me luck. So if this is the last time you ever
Well,
see me,
you're
I
gonna
love
fit
you
right
guys.
in, pal.
Yeah, I'm doing my research.
Yeah.
Stop.
Wow.
I'm doing some research.
I don't even want to look up anymore.
I'm gonna turn on my biggest fan. The Honeywell plug-in fan right
Have you guys heard? This is like maybe one of the last like 3 songs that I just put on my phone. You know, you can like download like because I fly so much, so I'm like I don't want to mess with the internet. I just want to have downloaded music. So like one of the latest ones was Shane Smith and the Saints. You guys know those guys? Do you know this the song? So it's a funny thing. So it's
Storms running through the Midwest.
This is a cover of Avicii, who's an EDM DJ. It's Avicii.
And he did. He covered. It's the same chord progression. It's the same chords.
EDM.
Shane Smith, quit listening to EDM. Like my friend Jared here. Come up with your own chord progressions. Because it's the same Avicii song.
Yes. All right. I'll
Well,
download
he's
it.
listening to the EDM version. I'm listening to that version.
Thank you, CC.
So similar though. It's weird.
Thank you, CC. We'll get to the next question. Sorry.
Hi, my name is Heather, and this is my first convention. I came with my best friend. This is like our therapy to us, having the time of our life.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I want to say I've loved you both. Like Jensen, I've been following you since Eric Brady Days of Our Lives throwback. Yes. And Jared, back when you were Dean on Gilmore Girls, of course. But let's face it, we're all here for super. Okay? So that being said, I'm going to ask this question for my husband who could not be here this weekend. So I started to watch the first 5 seasons. Life happened, went back and re-binged, and I watched the entire thing before I got here. Okay. So we want to know, with all the headshots that happened to Jared in these different fighting scenes, how did that not like permanently affect him with all the blows to the head?
He likes EDM. Clearly it has.
Yeah, why do you think I'm all of a sudden in my 40s into electronic dance music? Is that what it's called? So, I don't know. Well, hi to your husband, wherever he is, if somebody's filming this. Sorry he couldn't make it. But Tyler, hi Tyler. You're missed, buddy. One of the best actual headshot stories that happened on Supernatural was the beginning of, was it 2 or 3? It was the 4 Horsemen. Bobby smashes his Chevelle into a restaurant when someone's made to drink bleach and die, and we have to get into the back of his Chevelle. And legitimately, Kim Manners is directing. I'm a large person. It's a 2-door, classic coupe, and so I have to get into the back seat because then Bobby is going to get back in and Dean's going to get back in. And so, I have to go and they're shooting it and I have to kind of like miniaturize myself to get into the back seat. And Manners is like, hurry up, Sam's on the run for his life. And I'm like, I'm big, dude. Like, okay, fine. And so I start going really quickly and just basically shoving my body into a little pocket. And there's no weather stripping on this 67 Malibu or Chevelle. And so I keep on hitting my head. I'm like, whatever, like we just gotta get the shot. And so Jeannie Chow, who we both know very well and love, who was head of makeup, comes to fix my head of hair, comes to fix my hair in between takes. And so she's standing here and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then she puts her hands through my hair and then she's right here and she's looking at me and she looks up and goes, and I was like, my hair must look hilarious or something. I'm like, what? Like, am I fine? And she goes, and she pulls her hand back and she has a piece of my scalp. I scalped myself And she thought she thought I was playing a prank on her or something because she put her hand and then like my scalp came out. I had to get a tetanus shot later. Not a word of a lie. And then the funny thing is,
But the fact is, you scalped yourself. You didn't even know it.
I know. Yeah. Look at my forehead. I'm Polish. And so, so to close the loop,
I think they call it a 5-head. But,
it's a 5-head. It's a 5-head. Yeah. Genevieve has a 3-head. So our kids who are here average out at a
They'll
4-head.
even out.
Yeah, they'll even out. Look at my kiddos right now. Sorry guys, if this is, Odette and Shep are here. My mom and dad are here. She's giving me a peace sign. Yeah. So seasons later, when Sam did the Crossroad deal and had to bury like a fake ID and a this and that and a piece of his body, we used my actual scalp. It's in there, yeah, not a word of a lie, because they just kept it like in the safe on the props truck. Like, this is weird, but
Like, we can use this.
We're
And they
shooting,
did.
we're shooting Supernatural, and so literally the piece of my scalp 2 years later was used when I summoned the Crossroads Demon to try and bring Dean back.
It's like the cut 2x4 that every dad has in their garage that they're like, at some point, I'm gonna need this. I don't know when, I don't know why,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna need this. That's what props did with his hair. They were like, we don't know when,
Yeah.
but at some point this is gonna come in handy.
And they used it, yeah. So, a lot of head trauma in my life. Thank you for reminding me. Wait, what did you say?
Oh, and I'm from New Braunfels, Texas, by the way. You forgot about Carmel.
About
County.
Carmel?
Carmel County.
No, we didn't forget about it.
All right.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Thank you for being here.
How you doing?
And hi, Tyler.
Hi.
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 Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
My name is Katie, and the question that I wanted to ask kind of got a little awkward since
Bring
you
it.
mentioned your kids are here.
Is it awkward because my children are here? Yeah. Because if so, you can whisper it. I'm just kidding. Bring it.
I'm a little far away. So if Supernatural were in a different network world where the guys could have more colorful language.
More cultural language?
Colorful.
Colorful language, yeah.
Yes. I always wanted to know what Sam and Dean's favorite or most used curse words would be.
That's a great question, Katie. I have a thought on that. I have a few thoughts on that. I think we know what one of them is. It rhymes with truck. But I think there's a great quote from Orson Welles, or it's attributed to Orson Welles often, and it's something I'm gonna bastardize it. It's true. Do y'all know what this quote is? It's something like, "The enemy of art is the lack of limitations." It's something. Look it up. Orson Welles, like the enemy of art. Len, where's Len? Len's here. Where's Len? What is it? It's something like the enemy of art is the absence of limitations. I think that's it. Okay, look at that. Still got it. Head trauma and all. You want some scalp? Do it.
It is.
I'm just trying to figure out who Orson Welles is.
Stinky dude, didn't shower. DiCaprio. Wooden plane. Never mind. Yeah, so that having been said,
That's Howard Hughes.
head trauma. Citizen Kane.
That's Howard Duck. That's Howard the Duck, I think, is the head trauma.
Citizen Kane, red rum.
That's The Shining.
And that's right. Got it. Rosebud. Red rum. Rosebud. No, Orson Welles is the one. The Citizen Kane.
Guys, we used to be so much better in our 30s, I swear.
Y'all should have come 10 years ago. So I like the limitations.
Watch the decline.
Yeah, they're not here for a good time. They're here for the same reason people watch, like, Evel Knievel. Like, they're bound to fucking die. Don't say that word.
Just gonna ride this out until they fall off the stage.
We've been watching. They're not going to make the landing.
They're not gonna make it.
Soon enough. Yeah, soon enough this building collapses too. Yes, so I enjoy the limitations that Supernatural had, and I would even go so far as to say, if and hopefully when we do come back, I still do enjoy the way the canon was set up and developed along those 15 years. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like Dean got to say his word. You know? So, rhymes with itch.
Son of an itch.
Yep. And yeah, I think if it happened to be on a streamer or whatever, where those standards and practices didn't necessarily apply, I don't. And he and I have talked about this. I don't know that we would have wanted it to be different. I don't know that we would have wanted it to be, more vulgar, more dark, more, whatever you want to say. But I think that there was a pocket. Kripke pushed the lines of those broadcast standards to the brink, and I think it was one of the pieces of the puzzle that gave us the magic sauce. And so I feel like if we just had all the things to play, then it wouldn't have challenged the writers maybe the way that it did, and it wouldn't have challenged us the way that it did. So I feel like it was almost necessary for what we made.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah. And to his point, and I think what so much of Supernatural was about, I'm gonna ask another question. Who started watching Supernatural when they were a teenager? So having two of my three children here, I would show them Supernatural as it stands, even though Uncle Jensen kills Mom. And Dad helps.
You helped.
I did help. But if it were like on a streamer or if it were R-rated, I probably wouldn't show it to them right now, And so I'm glad that Supernatural got to be a part of a lot of people's upbringing, adolescence, childhood, teenagerdom, teenager really dumb. So yeah,
Is that an Orson Welles
it's yeah.
quote?
Remember The Shining?
Yes.
Exactly. Katie, thank you so much. How are you?
Good. My name is George, San Antonio, Texas, born and raised. What's up?
Where?
Where in San Antonio, Texas? On the south side.
Okay. Do you still? Yeah. All right.
Suicide!
You still live in San Antonio?
I do now, yes.
Okay. Is anybody watching your house right now? And do you leave your doors unlocked? Where do you keep your valuables?
I'm sure you'd like to know.
That's what I'm asking.
Jared, I appreciate your uniqueness.
It's a good word for it.
So my question is the dynamic between you two as brothers on the show. What was your opinions or thoughts about each other when you first met, when the show started versus when it ended and now?
That's a good question, dude. I think I was like, oh my God, it's like looking at the surface of the sun. I was like, somebody told me he was tall. But I do love me some Eric Brady. We got on pretty quickly. I think when we met, it was like, hey man, Jared, hey man, Jensen. Where are you from? Texas. Where are you from? Texas. You watch sports? Yeah. You watch sports? Yeah. Who's your NFL team? Cowboys? Yours? Cowboys. It's been a rough few years now. But
Decades.
Yeah. Tell me about your family. Like, oh, I have an older brother, younger sister. Tell me about your family. I have an older brother, younger sister. Okay, you listen to country music? Yeah, you listen to country. Okay, like we had a lot in common. So it was a pretty easy breeding ground for a relationship and a friendship. And we had mutual friends. We had just never met before. LA, especially in the early and mid 2000s, was kind of a wacky place where you're always in the same audition rooms with this guy or that guy or this girl or that girl. And we had just never crossed paths, I guess, randomly. But we got on real well. I think at the get, I thought like, okay, this is a nice dude. We have a lot of similar things in common. We'll go out for steak, if we get off early enough. We'll watch some sports. And I think in the 20 years since we met, 20 and a half years now, I'm 100% certain that none of it was bullshit. And he's a lot even deeper than I thought he was in the first place, and it's pretty cool to see. So yeah, it's been a fun ride.
I was like, who is this Zac Efron wannabe?
He wasn't even born yet in 2005.
And now I look at Zac Efron, I'm like, who is this Jared Padalecki wannabe? No, it was all the things that he said. It was, funny enough, your parents are here, and I was just talking to your mom and dad about this. There was an unbelievable amount of similarities between he and I, and just the where we came from, how we were raised. Aside from just the odd thing that we're both middle children with three siblings, all of that stuff. But it was I think when it came down to it, there was a foundation built by two people in our lives that has never faltered, and that is the mother and the fathers that raised us. And you raised a good man. And we were lucky enough to find each other when we were very young men, and we became men, together. But it was that foundation that was built from where we came from that I think gave us that commonality, and we have continued to build on that as much as we can. But it all started from mom and dad.
Thank you, George. I know you went to this, but I appreciate that.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Brittany. Okay,
Brittany.
so my question is, if your character were God for a day, what would you have done?
God for a day?
I can't answer that. My children are here. I'm kidding. I would have just, eaten my vegetables, gone to bed on time, helped my mom and dad take the dog out to pee in the morning, done my homework, all the things that God would do. And, that's a good question. Man.
Look, there's... Okay. This is my thought. One God. If that one God is the one God, okay? And I got to be him for a day, or her, I would come down and say, hey, you all are on the same team. Act like it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Amen.
Because when you're on the same team, what do?
Support.
You win, you support, you take care of each other. You build each other up, you figure it out. You do everything that helps each other. And I feel like that is lost in this world. And I feel like if God could come down and say, hey, listen, everyone here is, by the way, you don't know this, but out there, you're screwed.
Yeah, without a team.
You guys are a team. Act like it. That's
Yeah.
what I would do.
Amen. I pray to that, God. Thank you so much for your question. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, thank you.
My name is Kelly. And I was just gonna say my favorite episode of Supernatural is Just My Imagination. My mom has paranoid schizophrenia, so it makes me realize that even if something is real to her, it may not be to me. So I was wondering if there's an episode you connect to emotionally.
So many. Thank you for sharing that. Kelly, I feel like I love that episode. And that was Spate who directed and did a wonderful job. And I think that you were talking about your friend, your family member?
My mom.
Your mom, okay. I'll say this, and it's different levels. I'm not trying to make anything seem flippant or dramatic, but one of the things I've been grateful to experience and learn as I've gone through life is that nothing that's real for you is real for me. It's slightly different. Nothing that's real for me is real for you. And I can tell you my absolute truth. I can say, hey, today I did this, did that, the other. If there was a camera on me, you'd be like, well, no, he didn't mention this, or he said he, ran a mile, he ran half a mile. But even if I try, if you and I were to go home right now and journal and talk about our day, and talk about this conversation, and be absolutely brutally honest with our own truth about what happened, your version would be different than mine. And so that's kept me kind of curious about other people and other experiences, and just to flow with them, whether it's something that's medical or something that's just, hey, this is, you're having your own experience of the weekend. If y'all all wrote down what the weekend was like, it would be 1,000 different recollections. And so it's like, well, somebody has to be lying, but you're not. This is your truth. So to be curious to your truth, your experience, and to honor that. And so there are many episodes of Supernatural that kind of deal with that. And I think that's, to the writer's credit, that's what they did a lot with Sam and Dean, because as we all know, it was Sam and Dean from episode 1 to episode 327. But many times within that, they would, I don't say butt heads, but clash with ideals or remembrances and memories of what happened. Dean had a very different recollection of Dad than Sam did. Dean wasn't necessarily lying, Sam wasn't necessarily lying, but they could never see from the same vantage point. There's perception and perspective. And so a lot of those episodes, like Just My Imagination, which is funny because it seems like a silly episode, like, oh, here's Sully and he's got suspenders on and a yellow shirt and he's an imaginary friend. The way the writers were able to weave in really deep messages in kind of a funny episode or kind of a quirky little happening was a joy and an honor to play. So I'll go with you, and I'll go with like French Mistake and Changing Channels, Yellow Fever, Eye of the Tiger. There were a lot of episodes where there was something a little deeper going on, and it was kind of delivered through medium, which was, hey, this is just an hour of fun. And then you thought about it the next day. Then you thought about it again a week later, then a month later, then a year later, then 45 years later here in this room. But no, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you.
I don't know that I necessarily have an episode that I think I would personally relate it to more so than scenes throughout the show that maybe struck a chord. I could probably sit and think about a multitude of them. And I think, they were talking to the Gold Panel or meet and greet yesterday about the scene with Chuck, or was I just talking to you about that? The scene where Dean confronts Chuck for the first time.
Gold Panel, our meet and greet.
Yeah, our meet and greet, yeah. And so I for some reason, I went back and looked at that scene the other day, and I remembered that it wasn't scripted that way. To Dean was scripted. He was more angry. He was pacing. He was yelling at Chuck. How could he do this? If they fought wars in your name, they built churches, they worshipped you. Where have you been? why did you abandon us, all that kind of stuff. And I think there was there was some reality there for me, just in questioning faith and questioning our existence and all of that stuff that hit home. Also, and these are kind of obvious ones, Cass saying goodbye. That was Misha saying goodbye to that character, and I had to sit there and watch that happen, because then I knew what it was. And then also the barn scene where Dean was saying goodbye. That was Jensen and Jared saying goodbye. So those were those hit home on a personal level. But I don't know that I could pick one specific episode. I'm sure if I went back, there's a few to choose from. So yeah, but I think that's one of the one of the great things about what this show gave us, was relatability.
Gave all of us.
On a multitude of levels. Yeah.
Kelly, thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Emma. I'm only here because my mom brought me, so I'm very lucky that she paid for literally everything.
All right, thanks, Mom.
I actually do have a question about that.
She's like, I thought it was going to be Ian and Paul. We were going to a Vampire Diaries thing, but.
I got to see that too. I do have a question about season 11, episode 21.
That was my favorite.
How did you feel about confronting God/Chuck with
What episode? Wait, sorry, what episode?
Season 11.
Season 11. Episode 21.
We're all in the family.
Right. Yeah.
How did you feel confronting him with those hard questions? And is there anything else you would have liked to add or have said?
To 21, I feel pretty comfortable that season 11, episode 21, I said what I needed to. How do you feel about it? I mean, like, of all the things, like what would you add or detract from? Emma, thank you. And is your mom here as well? Hi, Mom, thank you. But yeah, I feel good about it.
What episode is this? Dude, what happens in the episode?
You know, dude, season 11, episode 21.
Where you have a talk with...
What is it?
Where you're angry and
Yes.
confronting him right after you find out that he's God.
Oh, that's the episode that I was just talking about.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. You have to understand. We shot for 9.5 months. And
For
we never
15
stopped.
years in a row.
What?
For 15
years in a row. The episodes got split up in post, but for us, it was one long journey. So I have to be like, I don't think about episodes, because that's not how we shot. I mean, it was boom, 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 one after the other. So it was like, it's like they cut it up in post into an episode, but for us, it was just part of the journey. And so, and then the names of the episodes, I'm like, I don't remember any of that stuff. But if you're like, hey, when this happened and you said this, or you had this scene with this, I could be like, I remember that. I can't tell you what season it was. I can't tell you what episode it was. I certainly can't tell you what the name of the episode was. So what specifically are you asking in that episode, which apparently I was just referencing?
The very beginning, when you're talking to him and you're saying, why did you leave us? Why are you doing
Right,
this?
so this is what I was just talking about.
Yeah.
Emma, was it? I feel like you could have just said, hey, going back to what you just talked about,
I probably could have.
I've got a question about that.
I like the way she worded it.
I don't
remember it.
I don't like it at all.
Emma, I feel you.
I don't know what we're talking about now.
In fairness,
What's the question?
If there was anything else you could have added to the scene, or did you like the way it was portrayed, or how?
I just said I liked the way it was portrayed. I just said I was like, I don't really like that. It wasn't written like that, but that really meant something to me, because I was going through something. I had questions of my own. I put it out there. Yes, I nailed that.
Emma,
Yeah, you know what? I do have another question. Why in 7 years does my friend like EDM?
Emma, in fairness, this is the most busy man in Hollywood right now. This morning he called me Jensen. He doesn't remember shit. Nothing. Thank you for your question. Hi, Mom. That was amazing. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Hi, Sharon. Hi, Jensen.
Hi.
I wish I had a more profound question to ask you, but I am curious about one thing.
Okay.
We have to talk about the wig.
The wig? Oh, yeah. All right. The wig.
Did they just say like, Jared, you gotta wear this wig, too bad, don't argue? Did they give you like...
Is this about
A,
season
B?
11, episode 21? I'm asking for a friend.
Did you curl it yourself? Did you style it yourself? Can you tell us about that?
Okay, the wig, the infamous wig. I will tell the... burn it. So for those who haven't seen the finale, not to ruin anything, spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen the finale, then get out of here right now. Okay. No, every single snippet, to the best of my recollection, every snippet in the montage of after the barn scene until heaven was all one day. And so it's a lot of different makeup changes, outfit changes, age changes, and location changes. And so we simply, we were also, we were shooting that scene, gosh, almost exactly 5 years ago. It would have been like September 5th, 2020. And a lot of the world was still shut down. A lot of productions still weren't going. We kind of had the green light to finish Supernatural because we had an episode and a half left to wrap up this 15-year-long show. But there were things that our key hair, our key makeup are outstandingly talented. We're outstandingly talented, and they usually, when you do a wig, a proper wig, you have fittings leading up to it. We couldn't do that. We couldn't go like...
Plus there are also wig makers, like really talented wig makers that you would go and you would get fitted and you would do, it was like a whole process. And that wasn't available.
Yeah, it wasn't available.
At
We
that
couldn't
time.
do it. So it was sort of like, well, this is kind of what his hair looks like. This is kind of, hey, Jared, can you come in early on Thursday? Like, no, I'm not allowed to. Canada will, arrest me, or we're not allowed to. Literally, the rules that were put aside by Warner Brothers.
So instead, Transpo found a raccoon on the side of the road.
It was a handsome raccoon. It was a great
And
raccoon.
thought this
Rocky.
could work.
Rocky the raccoon.
And
So-
it didn't.
But I will say, I do love, I don't know if this is, I haven't seen anything online, but I do love, to me, the most important of the montage was Sam with his son Dean in the bed. And I thought that was done and looked excellent. So I think, with episodic television, and especially network television the way it used to be, you kind of got to pick and choose your battles. It was like, okay, this is going to be, and you also don't know, if you shoot 7 different vignettes, they might use 3 of them. They might use 6. They might use all 7. They might use 1. And so it's like, okay, let's get through this because we have to go, because my old Dying Man makeup was going to be the longest because they put like a wax on your face and they crumple up your skin. It was pretty time intensive. And that
So they just took your makeup off.
They took my makeup off. Yeah. What happens on set stays on set, Jensen Ackles. So it stayed, but hopefully it was a pretty heavy episode for those who have watched. So hopefully we all got a little laugh before it got sad again. But it was a good time. It's infamous now. Thank you so much. Welcome.
Hey.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Sadie. And
Hi, Sadie.
I wrote my question down because I didn't want to mess it up. So, Supernatural is a show that really is known for its music, both the music in the show.
There's some guys in it. But anyways.
I was really paying attention to that. There's the music in the show, music that's been inspired by the show by other musicians, and now us here at the cons having y'all being musicians as well and bringing in other cast members. So I was hoping you could speak to the musical legacy of Supernatural and what that's meant for y'all.
Oh, wow.
Good question, Sadie. Yeah, I think from the get-go, there was, and you could probably look this up, it's probably out there, but I think wasn't it the first page of the pilot script?
Yeah, none of your anemic pop crap.
None of your anemic pop crap. Talking about what music cue would go in that moment. And Eric Kripke was very specific about the tone of the music and the style in which this show was going to be in this show. And so I think that set a tone from the opening page of what this was, and I related to that. I listened to that music growing up. I still listen to it today, and I think it really was part of the building blocks of what made the show the show. And I wish we had the budget to have all of the music cues that we wanted, because there was a lot written into the script that we couldn't afford. Because at the end of the day, like, you know, some of these really famous songs that we wanted would have been amazing, but they just, you know, we had a budget and we had to keep to it, and sometimes it was too expensive to buy the songs. So when we did buy songs, and when you heard those needle drops on some of those iconic moments, know that we spent a lot of money for those, and it was very important to have those, and we would have loved to have had many, many, many more, and I think it maybe would have added a little bit of extra sauce onto an already, already great project. But I think it definitely inspired the show in ways, just knowing what kind of tone it was, and then I think it also inspired a lot of us, personally, to get to play in that realm. I mean, these guys were already playing music before the show started, so that doesn't really count. But I think a lot of us have gotten inspired by what the show has done and by the music, and it has become definitely a music-forward show, and it just so happens that a lot of the folks that walked through the doors of Supernatural were multi-talented and could do that. And now we get to play, and on stage in front of you guys and mix it up and express ourselves in different ways. So it has been an absolute blessing to have the music of Supernatural as part of our world. Yeah.
Agreed. Thank you, Sadie.
Thanks, Sadie.
Sadie, when is your birthday?
April 14th.
Okay.
Is it an Aries?
Duh.
Sure. Thank you,
I don't know what that means.
Okay, that's okay. Also, Tammy says hi. She couldn't make it.
Hi, Tammy.
Y'all
Bye,
know-
Tammy.
Y'all know Tammy.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Aries, duh.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Shawnee,
Shawnee.
and I have a question about episode 5.
Season 11, 21, talk down.
My question is about the Mystery Spot episode and the scene in when you guys are in the diner and Sam is telling Dean that he's been living this day over and over again, and you guys have that dialogue where you
Yeah, no,
repeat
the
each other
ruler,
same
yeah.
time. My question is, because Mark Shepard said Jensen never messes up, how many times did that take for you guys to finally get the final version? 'Cause it
Don't
was
say it for
beautiful.
you guys. It's for Jensen to get it correctly. I got it correct the first time. That was the Sam Winchester and the
Yeah.
hi son, hi daughter. You'll watch this when you're older. No, it took a while. There was one there was something at the very end that I think you had memorized like a prior version of the script or something, and it was kind of retooled. Whatever it was, it took several takes. I think some of it made it to the gag reel. I gotta look. But it took a bunch. And even like the catching the Tabasco sauce or whatever. It was a lot of fun to shoot. It was also very weird because that episode specifically was the last thing we shot before the writer's strike of 2008. Yeah. Yes. So season 3, episode 12, right? But at that point in time, well, I mean this honestly, like at that point in time, it was similar. We over 15 years, we went through a lot of writer strikes, actor strikes, producer strikes, DGA strike. Like we went through a lot of stuff, and at that point in time, best of my recollection, we didn't know if Supernatural would continue after that episode. We knew that the writers had gone on strike. We could carry on filming because they had already written. Chuck. Our writers had already written a few episodes that we were able to finish and not break the strike rules. But it was like, okay, we're gonna finish this episode and go on holiday, and hopefully we all come back and keep on shooting this TV show. So that I remember that episode specifically had a very man, is this gonna be it? That would suck. And so what kind of peppered all that is we were just trying to make the most of it. And it was such a silly episode. It was so intense. It was a really difficult episode for me because I had to play the reality of Sam seeing his brother die. Otherwise, the conceit wouldn't have worked. Yeah, it was a strange time. Like December 08 or December 07 into 08, yep. But it took a few times, but it was fine. Right?
Yep.
Thank you very much. Hey.
Hi.
Hey guys, I'm Joe, first timer. Drove up from South Texas.
Welcome, man.
Webb County.
Welcome,
with my
Joe.
wife who got me into the show.
Hi, wife.
Hey, all right.
And just a real quick, I proposed to her at Family Business and she said yes.
No way!
Love it.
You guys spoke about your parents' influence, and everything I've read about you guys says that you guys are also great dads. I wanted to see if you had any favorite moments where your kids visited you on set or on tour, on a con, something like that you'd be willing to share, and any advice that have helped you maintain, things that you do that helps you maintain that work-life balance.
Helps us maintain the work-life balance.
What's a work-life balance?
Yeah. What's it like?
Man, there have been a few times, we were doing Supernatural up in Vancouver, and both of our kids were in school elsewhere, and so there weren't a whole lot of times that they were able to come and just hang out. This is fun for me. I can see, this is amazing because, I see a lot of people looking at Jensen and me and the gang, and I see my 11-year-old Shep attentive, and I see my 8-year-old Odette who's just laying down. When is Dad done? She's mad done. No, she's gonna kill me. She just did this.
I'll hit him for you. Oh, me too? All right. What? Right in the six-pack?
I don't have a six-pack.
I don't have one of those anymore. It's a keg.
It's a beer factory is what it is. I think a lot of the fun things, there was one of the seasons where they were able to come and Odette did some of my makeup. There was another season. So this is fun. Oh my gosh. So we've had Shep on set, Odette on set, Tom on set. And I don't know if anybody's ever asked this, but my 13-year-old, their oldest brother, their oldest sibling, is not here. But, so whatever season we were doing, 2012, March of 2012, they were talking about, I think it was Leviathan, season 7? Yeah, and they were talking about babies who were born with something, and one of the baby pictures is actually their sibling. We like didn't go credited or something, so we were like, hey, we have this funny picture of our son and yada yada, and he's a baby. I don't think he had a name yet. Yeah, I've had fun times with all of them, and Shep and Odette have been able to come here, and thank y'all for being welcoming. My folks are coming here, and I appreciate you guys.
I'll speak to the work-life balance real quick. There is one and only one reason why there is even a remote balance in my work and my life, and that is the mother of my children. Unequivocally. And I know it's the same for him. Without those women in our lives, none of this would be remotely possible. Period.
Hey, congratulations on your engagement, and good luck, guys.
Thanks so much.
Happy for y'all. George, thank you.
It's the last question.
Supernatural family, welcome Carrie from New York.
All right.
You're our last question.
Oh, do you have it written down?
You've come prepared. Oh my God, Jared is so much better looking than Jensen in person. Thank you.
Yeah, but her screensaver's me, so.
Is this? Have you been here before? On stage with us?
No, this
well,
is her
welcome.
first last
Good.
question.
Isn't this cool to see?
Yes. All right.
So,
what is your last question?
Thank you so much, Carrie. Hey, let's give it up for our family member, Carrie.
I'm just reading her texts now.
What has been your favorite part of this weekend, and what are you looking forward to next year in Austin?
Oh my God, what a great question.
Great question.
You want to start? Great question. You want to start? You want me to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
I think I've got answers for both. Has Austin been announced for next year?
Yes.
When is it announced?
November.
That's my favorite part about next year. I'm looking forward to the timing of Austin next year. And my favorite part about this weekend, I'm going to tell you, and I mean it straight from my heart, seeing Jared's family. It's been a minute. Might have got a little emotional, even though Odette wants to punch me in the face. Even that makes me proud.
I know you mean that, and that's so awesome. That's how I felt in Orlando. Yeah. I can't wait for November. I'm excited that that's happening. I didn't know, but it will be 3 months colder than it is right now. Which, anytime I can wear a beanie and a scarf, chef's kiss. It's been a little bit of time since I've gotten to see a lot of these guys and gals, so I love that, and I do, a lot of times, and we thank you guys all the time, and I know Jensen feels the same and would say the same. I know Rob and Rich and Billy and Mike and, well, Norton doesn't have kids that he knows of or claims, but Okay, I didn't get a ring check. No, but a lot of us leave our families willingly and happily to come see you guys, gals, and say hey and thank you and talk about this thing that we did for so long and we care about. And my kids are in school tomorrow, so hopefully they sleep. But to let them kind of witness a little bit of what Daddy and Uncle Jensen and their friends and family from another mother kind of do has been really special. So thank you all so much for allowing us here. It's been incredible.
Hey, before we go, can I get the house lights up? Can we do that? Is that a possibility? Do we have that technology? If not, whatever.
They do.
Other way. That's
other.
down.
Want to go all the way up?
Let's go up with them. So I know some of you know this, some of you might not. I just started a new show this past week. We're literally week 1 in the books for Vault Rising, which is the prequel to The Boys. When I told a bunch of the new cast members what I was doing this weekend, because they all got together and did like a little cast hang yesterday, and they were like, "Hey, you coming to that thing?" And I was like, "No." Why not? Because I'm not even in the country. What are you doing? I'm doing this thing. What thing? Don't worry about it. So I did this for my friend, my cast at Countdown. You guys were so gracious, but I just want to send a little love to this new cast, and hopefully let them know of some of the people, if you guys enjoy Soldier Boy in that world. Who might be watching the show that we're working very hard on right now. So I'm just going to introduce you guys, and then just give me a big yeah whenever I roll it. Okay. Hey guys, just a few people here in Austin, Texas. Wanted to say hi. We got and then we got. But more importantly, we got all these people.
Before you all stampede for the exits, let me say a big Texas thank you, and we'll see you next year. From Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles.